morning, South Florida, and welcome to the breakfast at the Brooklyn Cafe TV.
Take a deep breath and a good whiff of that coffee brewing. Grab yourself some toast, a donut, or any breakfast as Dawn and Freddie get you up and ready for the rest of the day.
So call in at 888-565-1470 to share a tip of the day.
Or just to say good morning. Shake off your sleepies, buckle in, because it's showtime.
Morning. I can't even say welcome because that's midday. Morning. Welcome to the breakfast. The breakfast. Grab a bagel. People, I got to tell you, people were asking me about pancakes. I guess they saw me slobbering down the pancakes while Wayne was talking. And they were delicious. Thank you to Danny, who was sitting in the parking lot for 20 minutes because he doesn't know that 1 and 3 is not 4, it is 13. Well, good morning. Welcome. We are entering the weekend. We are turning the corner of this crisis. There's a lot of stuff going on, but we have a lot of things going on today. What do you got cooking?
It's May Day. We are officially in May 1st, and happy birthday to your grandson,
Not happy about
Rowan.
that. Give me some. Yeah, we're going to get to that in a second. We're going to get to my grandson's birthday, yes. But do you want to talk about what we're going to have on today? Because I want to.
Right now, I want to say welcome to May, because the April showers, we had very much metaphorical showers. So when they say April showers bring May flowers, I can only hope that we're moving into spring and we'll be blooming into something new and great and creative for everybody, a better month, better health, and better moving forward in 2020. It's hard to believe that we're almost halfway through 2020. Right? We always talk about season here, and this is everyone's Super Bowl, and the football got deflated. Wasn't that a game where they deflated the football? Or if everyone's football got a little deflated?
That was a movie.
No.
Yes.
Didn't Tom Brady deflate the footballs, allegedly?
It was a movie. Oh, he took air out of them.
Right? Allegedly?
Allegedly.
So
no,
allegedly,
he actually did, but there was really no. Anyway, yes.
Everyone's air has allegedly been taken out of their football, but now it's time to pump it up and go. We had a great show last night, the 2-Minute Warning with Benny Blades. He brought it. He was spectacular. The feedback I got was, it's like 2 guys hanging out in a bar. And that was kind of the feel I think they wanted, so they achieved that.
Well, that's what a football show should be. And I think that he got into the meat and potatoes of it yesterday. They were talking about, they were trading war stories. And I don't know what the fixation of you people at the University of Miami is. Everybody seems to be talking
Because it's all about
college.
you.
Yeah, but that's not what the NFL is about. It's all about the upside down you. I mean, I went to NYU. I had a U too.
But it was a great show, and that was yesterday at 2:30. Becky and Boca's show was great. She talked about Jennifer Bell. She's making sequin masks to go with the bathing suits, so you can always check that out as well.
Only in Boca are you going to get away with that. But
Only
okay.
in Boca you get a mask to match your bathing suit. And sequins, mind you. But hey, it's May. It is beautiful out, though, right? Literally, we had April showers yesterday. We had a hurricane. Everything went down. But today, the weather is spectacular. The sun is shining. I think it's in the 60s. Going to go into a great weekend. And
it's going to be in the 80s. Actually, I'm going to attack the pool this weekend. I've decided to go back into the pool, and I'm going to do it this weekend.
You're going in, or you're going to maintain
I'm
it?
maintain. I'm going to jump in it.
Okay, good. And you've been waiting for I don't really go in the pool either, so I'm not even making fun of you.
I like the pool. I just haven't gone into the pool because I just didn't feel poolish.
I just have to get over the mosquitoes. I've got a new mosquito company coming out to the house today, and really a nice guy.
You got
yeah.
mosquitoes? What are you, Dengue Fever Park?
I guess
Really?
I live a little further west than you, but yeah, and I got a lot of foliage outside, so I get a lot
of
of
what?
mosquito foliage.
Foliage.
Uh-huh. Do you not know
So
what?
that foliage brings you mosquito?
Foliage and water brings mosquitoes, yes.
Really?
Yeah.
You got a lot of foliage when you live in the jungle?
Kind of looks that way.
Really? Wow. Do you have like a stream or something in your backyard? Something that?
I have a waterfall at the pool.
Oh, that's what the problem is.
So the mosquito guy's coming back out today. Really a nice guy. Mosquito hunters. Nice guy. So if anyone's looking for a mosquito company, nice company to work with.
Very nice.
And we've
Excellent.
got a great show lined up today. We've got State Representative Michael Gottlieb joining us of District 98, and we're talking about Feeding South Florida and the parent umbrella of Feeding America. So they're going to be joining us on the 9 o'clock hour because we've been talking about this, right?
You
So
took it upon yourself last week to do this.
let's
yeah?
go, let's go right to the top and see where it trickles down, and then where they provide food for as an overall umbrella, and make sure that everyone is getting and the resources that are there. Because people, as much as we say, they don't realize that there are still free food resources out there, and to get that out to people. And I'm also excited to say that I have seen other organizations and companies and businesses have been getting their PPP loans approved. Space of Mind, I saw, she has been sick with COVID, Allie, for 36 days. She's been really, really sick.
Really?
And she finally went to a new bank yesterday and got approved in 18 hours. Approved, paper signed, number in the queue to get the money by switching banks, because that big bank of banks that many people have applied to couldn't help people, but the smaller banks are able to help. So keep looking, keep finding.
Try more than one bank. Go
Yeah.
to a different
The
bank.
smaller ones seem to really be trying to work with people.
I'm going to tell you, it makes a whole lot of sense, because where I went, it makes no sense.
That's the same bank that doesn't seem to be helping many people.
Yep,
Whether you're a
yep.
big company or a small company, they don't seem to be able to help others. But the smaller banks, I'm really happy for Allie, because you know what, these kids, they really, really need to continue the special school they have. The program she's created is spectacular. The fact that she's sick, 36 days this poor woman's been sick. But I'm happy she's on the mend. I'm happy they're getting their money. And you know what? At the end of the day, it's always about our kids and our youth and feeding them and educating them. And this is what we talk about. So that was really a nice thing I saw last night.
It is a very nice thing, and it's not to cast a doubt or shadow on anybody. I really love how people, when you say something, and people who want to be negative, they come out with the negative side of everything you say. So what's the matter?
We got both our guests on.
Oh, good. But the bottom line is that sometimes telling the truth is just as good as anything else. And if it isn't working for you in one place, go to another. I personally can tell you that for a fact, because if it's not working for you here, then try over there. And if over there it works, then the real problem was the originator, which seems to be deciding who to pay.
I can tell you, the one thing that I have learned as we go into May is you just have to have the conversations with people. Sometimes you have to just not text, pick up the phone, and have the honest conversation. And that is my biggest takeaway. If I can promote any, we always say, what is the one message you would send home after all of this? The one message I would say is, call your friends, call your family, call your landlord, call whoever you need to call and have the conversation. More than an email, more than a text. It's about hearing that voice in your ear or seeing them visually face-to-face on a virtual platform, but seeing their tone, seeing their reaction, because you know what? We're all in this differently, I understand. We're not in all the same boat, but everyone's being affected somehow, some way, and somehow text loses the whole, it was bad
Changes.
before.
Everything changes.
But now, totally the interpretation goes up in the air.
100%.
So please make that phone call to whomever it is. Say hello, say you love them, have a conversation with your landlord, whatever it needs to be, pick up the phone.
And I'm going to jump on the other side.
Of
For
course.
those that, I'm going to jump on the other side of those that are landlords, those that are in charge. For all of us who have to pay, it isn't that we don't want to, is that we need some help right now. Think about the long plan, and I'm pleading my case right to them. The ones that are watching know who they are. You guys, I understand you have another entity you have to answer to, but I always said it has to start at the top and come down, because we pay somebody who's paying somebody who's paying somebody who's paying somebody, but we need a little help. Everybody needs a little help right now. I think that the whole country should take one step back.
I actually saw one of the big restaurant chains in South Florida is filing Chapter 11, and I don't have an opinion one way or another. It's not my area of expertise, but I would like to bring somebody in next week that is their area of expertise. And if that is your situation, that you need to file bankruptcy and you need to restructure, what are some options? Because that's another side that we haven't touched on. I would be remiss to even say that I would even know any of this information, but I think we should bring someone on who understands the concept and says, you know what, if you can keep your business open and you want to restructure, there's this option. Because maybe PPP isn't your option, or maybe the bridge loan isn't. there's a lot of options. So I think
Well,
that's another
and
side of it.
there's a lot of sides to the story
Yeah.
because maybe you don't qualify for the PPP because you didn't handle your business correctly before. It's funny, years ago we used to talk about getting ready for the summer when everything goes down, and businesses were going out of business because they couldn't handle the summer. And then when fall came back, they opened up a Cuchi Frito stand and something else. This is maybe another reminder that you got to go in straight, so if something does happen, nobody saw this coming, I understand, that you can apply. But again, I got to go back to, it's at the top. Have a conversation with your landlord.
Yeah.
And your landlords, have a conversation. We are in a hurting deal. Please have a conversation. It isn't that anybody wants to hold back these balloon payments. A friend of mine, I told you, $14,000. He's living in a corner now because he can't afford that arrangement. You got to be a little bit intelligent here. Push it off as opposed to adding it up. That's the way I see it.
I just think, be honest, whether you're in a big business or small business, you've got clients, just have the conversation. I can't, this is my bill, I can't do this, but I can do that.
And not the day of.
Just
Don't call
the
me
int-
today that you want to have a conversation and then
just
just do
the
tomorrow.
intent. I think what
Have
you
the
would want,
conversation.
what did Anne say the other day? Do unto others as you would like to be done unto you, right? Love thy neighbor as thyself. Treat others as you would want them to treat you. And that goes back again to kindergarten, right? Everything we learned, I got to get that book. Everything you need to know you learned in kindergarten, figure out, go right back to basics.
I want to thank Jody at the Beasley radio station who is working with me directly. And the last words of a meeting I had with them is, Freddie, listen, you've been around a long time. We believe in you. No pressure. You do what you got to do. We'll see you on the other side together. And, that to me means more than anything else.
That's what it is.
what
Let's
it
take a
comes down
quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk to State Representative Michael Gottlieb and Sari Batsky. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, of Feeding South Florida, and Michael of District 98. So stay tuned, take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Let's all welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet TV radio production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption for a perfect on-air telecast. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's A-M-P, the number 2.tv, or call them at 866-224-5422. Feel free to call for a quote or just a consult of how to put your business on a social media platform or radio platform, or just doing a show that is covered by all platforms. Call 866-224-5422 and make an appointment. That's 866-224-5422.
Healing Moments Wellness Boutique specializes in integrating scientific and ancient therapies to relieve physical, emotional, and psychological distress. Through the power of touch, coaching, and meditation, clients experience pain relief, relaxation, healing, and detoxification. Contact Healing Moments Wellness Boutique at 561-931-2187 and experience Boca Raton's Healing Haven. Enjoy the benefits of an individualized treatment plan to help find your feelings of peace, complete balance, and wellness. Call Healing Moments today, 561-931-2187, and be rejuvenated.
Sexy, seductive, and beautiful. Looking for a professional and talented photographer? Danielle Boujon specializes in capturing flirtatious and tasteful images for yourself or your partner. Located in South Florida, Danielle really knows how to bring out your inner beauty on a shoot. Visit her website at www.daniellebuljan.com or call her at 561 305 2241 to capture your most desirable moments.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
And we're back at the Brooklyn Cafe. Good morning, Steve-O. Steve-O, New York Sounds, DJ Steve-O.
New York Sounds. What's he say in the open? Anything what?
Coincidental.
Coincidental. Steve-O, coincidental man.
We do have a lot of fun. And thank you for everyone who's been watching. And as Freddie always says, sharing is caring. And we've been told by many people that for some reason we have been your ray of sunshine going through all of this. So I'm glad we can help bring you some
why,
levity.
Right?
Gubba rum.
That's why.
No, I don't think so. I'm glad we can
Look
bring
behind me. Behind me stands a ray of sunshine.
some levity and some truth to the situation, kind of the humanity side of what it is.
That's humanity.
It is humanity, but, you know, for me, it has always been about families and kids and meeting those basic needs. Today I saw that they're talking about what it costs just to pay your rent and feed your family in a month. About $2,000 for the average family for rent and food. And if you're not working, you tell me where that money is coming from. Even if your landlord on the side says, you know what, don't pay your rent. We got this. But there's a secret Santa, right? By miracle, you don't have to even have a balloon payment. You still got to come up with money to feed your family.
Absolutely.
And that's a lot of money. So I want to get into this. I want to talk with State Representative Michael Gottlieb, and we've got Sarah joining us from Feeding South Florida. There they are.
Hi.
Hey, everyone.
How are you?
So just to set this up a little bit, I was scrolling through Facebook, and a friend of mine I grew up with, Louis Reinstein, who's an attorney down in Broward County. I saw him doing this 19-19-19 challenge. 19 push-ups, $19, and 19 tags to a friend.
Correct.
And who did he
Challenge.
tagged? Michael Gottlieb. Now, I don't know Michael, so it turns out, I mean, he's state representative in that district. So I reached out to Michael. Michael put me in touch with someone who put me in touch with Sarah, and here we go. So, Michael, tell us about this challenge.
So, first of all, good morning, and thank you for having me on. Here's what happened was Louis is a good friend of mine, and I called him up, and we're both runners, and I said, hey, I'd like to challenge people to do like a virtual 5K. And that was probably about a month or so ago, and we figured, you know, people aren't really ready to go outside, even though they're going to be doing it on their own. So we decided not to do that. And just in having a conversation with he and his wife, Adi, and we decided instead we'll do a 19 push-up challenge, kind of like the ice bucket challenge. Either do the push-ups, donate the $19, but challenge 19 friends. And through talking to Louis and his wife, we picked Feeding South Florida. They recommended the charity. And it was a lot of fun. And we did it online, and we got the firefighters, local firefighters involved. And it's just turned out to be a great, fun experience for everybody involved. And hopefully we raise some money to put food on people's tables.
And you are state representatives in the House of Representatives, District 98. It encompasses
Correct.
Sunrise
So-
area?
Right. So I have the majority of Davie, Plantation, and then a small piece of Sunrise, Florida, state representative.
Freddie's like, wow, he's impressed. So we talk about Feeding America.
I don't think-
Feeding America is the umbrella for Feeding South Florida, Sari?
Yes, it is the parent organization where there's 200 members throughout the United States, and Feeding South Florida serves Palm Beach, Broward, Miami-Dade, and Monroe counties.
Wow, that's a tremendous area. And are there different food banks? Is it one location? How do you service all of these people? Because the more and more we're into this, the more I find out that there's this trickle-down effect, that even those who you think don't have, they have a little more than someone else who has less. And then there's people that can't afford transportation. They can't even get to the food. So what are some options that people have?
Sure. And I'm sorry, I'm actually on site at a distribution now. So we're in the
That's awesome.
town of Jupiter today. So I'm having some difficulty with my camera. So Feeding South Florida receives food from a variety of different sources, manufacturers, retail stores, growers, and we have 2 warehouses throughout our service area. We serve 25% of the state's food insecure population. So Jupiter all the way to the Keys. And we usually distribute through a network of about 300 nonprofit partner agencies. Right now, many of them are closed. So to supplement the increased need, Feeding South Florida is creating about 40 additional distributions per week. We're working with municipalities to create drive-throughs to ensure that we serve the most number of people, the most amount of food at one time. And each distribution allows us to serve anywhere from 700 to about 1,200 families, depending how many trucks we bring. For those that aren't able to have transportation or get through the drive-thrus, we actually do have a home delivery program. We're working with Amazon, where folks are calling our client services center. We're doing a screening, and we're able to get them a delivery box. And again, we are working with our partner agencies to ensure they still have food to serve families.
People can, so I want to get that number out because I know someone I just spoke to yesterday and they have no way to get food. And you have a bilingual hotline also?
Yes, yep, trilingual actually,
Okay.
Creole, Spanish, and English.
And what is that phone number for people to reach you?
It's 954-518-1818, and people can visit feedingsouthflorida.org/COVID-19.
Wow.
You know, it's amazing because before this started, I was talking to my son Gio, who said Feeding America is the way to go. We're going to do a fundraiser on a new platform that we wanted to try. We have a lot of singers that are not signed, unsigned singers, and they do a lot of songs that are registered, and you can't play that, without getting permission, what have you. So it became really tough to do cover bands on social media, on Facebook, and try to raise money that way. So we came up with a platform where we can now do this, and we were going to do like a pay-per-view, like for $1.50, to give the money to Feeding America. And the funny thing is that now, after all of this has happened, last week the conversation was had again, and this week here they are. I mean, it's really mind-blowing. If you're in this business long enough, you think you've seen everything. But then you have the state rep, and you got Feeding America. We talked about, with this platform we've been talking about for over a year, because our specialty is to get things done remotely, easily, without a lot of complications, without being hacked and things of that nature, security and all that. I mean, we even went to the Board of Education and showed them a different way of doing it to make it more safe for kids to be able to go to school and what have you. But it's really ironic that here you have Feeding America in the studio. I'm just like in shock. I'm like, I can't believe you pulled it off. This is unbelievable.
How do you like that? It's not a vote of confidence.
Oh, no,
from
it
your
is.
partner.
I tip my hat. We've been doing this almost 5 years. And everything that we want to do is we want to bring a message to everybody who's watching. And I'm glad that he's here. I would like to have him back on a different segment.
There's so many things to talk to
so
Michael.
many things to talk to him.
Michael's also a criminal defense attorney.
Let me chime in about them pulling it off, because it's really incredible. And I just came from Plantation. I don't know if that's where Sari is at, but I was just in the city of Plantation, which is in my district. I was there since 6:45. This massive Feeding South Florida truck pulls up. They offload pallets and pallets and pallets of food. And then the city of Plantation, it was really fantastic. How they get this done? The city volunteered all their employees. I mean, they're lifeguards. Unfortunately, they're not working because the pools are closed. The Parks and Rec people aren't working because the parks are closed. So all of the city of Plantation employees were there. Everybody wearing gloves, everybody wearing masks. We unboxed the food, set it out, staged it, and the cars have been lined up since 4 o'clock this morning.
Wow.
And can I tell you, the quantity and quality of food, we're probably going to do 900 boxes of food today, thanks to Feeding South Florida. It was really just an incredible experience.
Do you do this every day?
Yes. So I'm actually up in Palm Beach County. I'm in the town of Jupiter today. So, we have about six to 7 to 8 distributions going every day. We have 20 vehicles, 18-wheelers, semis, tractor trailers in our fleet. That was prior to the COVID pandemic. We now have an additional 7 tractor trailers that we've had to lease. We have 11 trailers. We have 11 additional forklifts. Prior to this, we had 2 warehouse locations, and now we have an additional 2 warehouse locations. So thank you to State Rep, Michael Gottlieb's Push-Up Challenge and the other support we've received. We've been able to mobilize pretty quickly and respond in this magnitude. Just to give you an idea, prior to all this, we were distributing about 1.5 million pounds per week throughout our 4 counties, and now we're doing over 3 million pounds. So we've more than doubled. That would mean that we're on pace to distribute about 150 million pounds per year. Just to put that in perspective, last fiscal year alone, we did 62 million pounds. So this need truly is unprecedented. When people say that, we really mean it. And the thing is, we know economically we are preparing for at least a 2008 recession level numbers, if not worse. So prior to this, as I said, we were serving about 700,000 food insecure folks, and now we're looking at close to nearly 1 million that are in need of our support.
I'm floored. I'm speechless. That's an amazing situation going on there.
It's an amazing number. And the fact that Michael's joining us as well, and he took the time to answer my phone call and answer my emails and connect. Unfortunately, people have both sides of politics stance right now, and this just makes the whole situation that much worse. And Michael, I can't thank you enough for taking the time, because I never knew Michael. I've never met him, and before I reached out to this random phone call, it was actually a message on Facebook, and he finally found it. And, I am so grateful that you actually even responded to me. And I grew up in Plantation, so I know Plantation. Those are my roots. My parents still live there, and I grew up with Lewis and his family, and I went to university school, so that is exactly my hometown where you are, which, again, coincidence or never is. What do people need to do to qualify to get these services? What is there a baseline, a benchmark?
So right now there is none. It's just anybody in need of assistance. People are not waiting in line for hours if they don't need support. So it's self-declaration. Anyone in need of food, no questions asked. They come out. For the home deliveries, our client services team do ask a series of questions to ensure that people are homebound, if they have another source of food, if they have caregivers. And then we are able, once we get that information, to put it in our system. And within 1 or 2 days, we're able to get a family meal box delivered to them.
Wow. That's, again, unbelievable. And I want to thank you guys for taking time, because, and the way things are working right now, it's good to finally see somebody, instead of the news that's giving you all this bad news, and I say even more bad news, that you come on here and people just look and say, something, there is chance, there is some hope, there is something positive. And the two of you coming on here and sharing this with our listeners, and we're going to put this on Roku and everything else. I'm going to blow it up. I'm going to play it at the station and everything else. I want to thank you, because right now this is what we need more of. We need more to see you guys, to hear it, that it's there, it's available over and over again. I think it's a positive sign.
And I wonder, where are some of the distribution centers? You're in Jupiter now. How many are in Jupiter? How many are in, just so we can give people some ideas of where they can even look?
Sure. So we have about 11 in Palm Beach County right now. We have about 17 in Broward County, and about 17 in Miami-Dade County. People can go to feedingsouthflorida.org/COVID-19. Our distributions, we're standing them up so quickly. Our agency schedule is changing so quickly. So we actually update our schedule twice a day, one in the morning and one at the end of the day, where we will be next. Our goal is really to work strategically with cities. To the state representative's point, working with Parks and Rec, working with police to ensure an organized process, traffic flow is really where we found the most success. We want folks to know that this is not the only source of food. There are agencies, there will be other distributions, and we're working as fast as possible to add additional ones in all 4 counties that we serve.
Really interesting. We host a show. Benny Blades is a new host of a show we produce called The 2-Minute Warning. And I think the park that he works with in the city of Sunrise is one of your distribution center, or it is a distribution center. I don't know if it's for you guys or not. So that has taken, so he hosts a show on Thursday nights, at 7:30. So he was just getting home last night at like 7:02. I think he clicked in because the response has been tremendous for what is needed. And again, this is your back to Sunrise and Plantation, right? These are your areas, Michael.
Oh yeah, and listen, I think every city, because I know there was one in Lauderhill. I don't want to just give publicity to my districts. I know Davies done it, Sunrise, Plantation, but Lauderhill, all the way down to the Keys, as Sari said. I mean, and throughout the United States, I think communities are coming together. I think it's really fantastic the way that people are helping those who are most in need, and that's who you saw lining up today. What they were giving out, it's really wonderful. There was chicken, there was turkey, there was orange juice, there was cantaloupe, carrots. We were counting carrots to put into bags. I mean, it's fantastic. It's a great healthy meal for people who need it, and it's at a location because, as Sari said, they're popping up. There's 17 in Broward, 11 in Palm Beach. It's getting close to them that you don't even have to venture far to get this. You don't have to get out of your car. What we do is we put a box in your trunk. You then go to the next station, and it's loaded with the next food item. 6 stations, your car's filled, trunk closed, and you drive away. So it's safe, healthy, everybody's happy, and the people who were there putting it together, law enforcement, Parks and Rec, everybody was happy. It's a great, wonderful experience. I suggest that your viewers get involved by donating money to Feeding South Florida so that we can continue doing this and help those who are in need.
That is fantastic. The amount of food, is it a meal? Is it enough for a family? Do people have to go every day? Just so I have an idea.
There's a couple of meals in there from my perspective. Sari, we couldn't hear you. Go ahead.
Sorry, we try to provide about 40 meals per household. So the whole idea is that people are going to, be waiting in line. We want to make sure that they're getting as much food as possible, and they can put, healthy meals together. It's not just about feeding people; it's about feeding people the right types of food. It's so important that if we're inactive, if we're not able to get out, the way that we used to, that we are still trying to, remain healthy, and that starts with food, right? We know that food is medicine. So to the extent that we can provide fresh perishables, protein, we're trying to do that.
And that's the most important thing. Freddie, I am so excited to meet them because this is what we've talked about for years. That it's not about going out, and it's wonderful that the donut places and everyone is giving these free things, but we need brain food, right? We need healthy foods. We need to sustain our mental capacities, our children to be able to do their online schooling and focus. They need healthy foods, and we've got tremendous resources here. I am so excited to share this information.
Now it's feedingsouthflorida.org. If you want to send money, is that what we're doing?
Yes, feedingsouthflorida.org. And for every dollar donated, we can provide 7 meals. More than 98% of all donations are put back into the community. We're a 4-star rated organization by Charity Navigator. That's the highest you can receive for fiscal soundness and transparency. So we stretch the dollar the farthest, and we really need support at this time. Just to give you guys an idea, it usually costs us about $125,000 a week to operate under Blue Skies. And right now, with having to purchase food, additional warehouses, additional truck, additional staff, it's costing about $500,000 a week. So our burn rate is pretty quick. A week.
Now, Michael, I not switching gears, but I want to get, before we go to whatever, I want to get and ask you, is there anything outside the news that you're hearing on the reopening? Anything coming down the pike? And I'm not going to hold you to this, but because I don't want to put him on the spot, but I got to ask, because, and I'm going to make sure I send my donation out today. Because I think this is unbelievable. You just blew me away with the sites and everything else. But I gotta ask Michael, because Michael, listen, you got your finger on the pulse, and I want to hear it from you.
So you would think that I do know. Unfortunately, I truthfully don't know. I know that we're having this struggle that many people are having, which is science versus the financial struggle, and we need to open in a measured way, meaning that we need to get back to business. We need to get people back healthy, happy, but we have to do it with a common sense approach. We have to have people still engaging in social distancing, perhaps wearing masks. It's not safe yet to open the beaches and have hundreds of thousands of people on top of one another because we're going to have this spike back. So we are having that conversation. The Florida legislature has been out of session since March 17th. We are considering going back into a special session so that we can deal with the DEO and the unemployment website, which is an unfortunate mess. And that's why a lot of people are lining up to get the food that Sari's organization is giving. They're not employed. They have no money. They don't have the ability to get groceries. So I wish I had an answer for you. I don't. I do want to add one thing. I'm going to give out my cell phone number. If there's somebody who can't get food, can't get through Sari's number or whatever, they can call me. Okay. My cell is 954-682-0999. And I'll put them in touch with myself, with Sari, with somebody from my office. We will help them get food, whether they're seniors, and you don't have to be in Davie Plantation or Sunrise. Anywhere in South Florida, call me. I'll be happy to help you. It's 954-682-0999. Happy to help anybody that can call me.
Anywhere in South Florida.
I'll help them anywhere in Florida, anywhere throughout the United States.
Anywhere in Florida. No, I'm gonna put him out. I'm gonna call. We have the gentleman that was on in Tampa yesterday. Maybe something Michael can help on the other side.
I also think about the seniors. I think about my parents and people that are living on their own that are afraid to ask for help.
They won't ask for help.
Or they can't go sit online for hours. They can go to your online system and get some food delivered to their house.
And that's something. There's two things to share. Is that as part of the Feeding America network, we have 200 sister food banks throughout the United States. Feeding South Florida is one of 9 in Florida. So we have a sister food bank, Feeding Tampa Bay. To the north of us is Treasure Coast Food Bank. To the west of us is Harry Chapin. So there are resources. The Feeding America network serves every county in the United States, including Puerto Rico. So we do want to let folks know that resources are available throughout the United States. And if people cannot get online, they can call, and we can make sure that they are connected to food.
Puerto Rico, I got my family's from Puerto Rico, and what's going on over there makes this look like a vacation, what's happening in Puerto Rico right now. But I want to thank you guys for doing what you're doing. And Michael, I am going to put your number out like you ain't never seen before, because the situation with seniors, I've run across this, our background with the seniors and everything, is they won't ask for help. They won't ask for help. I happen to know personally seniors eating cat food because they won't ask for help. And this is a problem, because the help, if it's there and it's available to them, they should know it's okay.
Michael?
We can absolutely find them. I mean, yesterday I sent an email blast to 20,000 people about today's event in Plantation. And the seniors, by and large, were the ones who emailed me back saying, we're homebound, we can't get there, it's too far, I'm not waking up at 8 o'clock in the morning. They're afraid to go out as well. It's, there is a fear factor there. And that's why I think it's important to give out the cell phone number. They don't necessarily have the same contacts with technology that some of us who are younger do. Not that I do. My kids call me a boomer because I can't figure out half the stuff that my kids can figure out. But the seniors really don't have that same connection. So it's important because they can always pick up a phone and call.
People are writing in.
And just one other thing.
They're writing in real quick. Do you need volunteers? I'm getting text messages. Do you need volunteers to come out and help?
We do in certain communities. For the most part, as Michael mentioned, we city employees and Parks and Rec and volunteers that are coming out. But that same website, feedingsouthflorida.org/COVID-19, people want to volunteer. We have a list of volunteer opportunities in there. And just to share with folks, this is, we know that it's difficult for people to come out. We are surveying people and asking them if this is the first time they've ever needed food assistance, if they've been laid off, and if they have, from what industries. So we are trying to track that. 40% of people we're serving relied on food assistance before. So definitely not the time to worry about, this. This is why organizations like Feeding South Florida exist. It's really no question, and we are not, permanent dependent. The whole idea is just to help people when they might just need it to get by. And we will be there. So 40% of people for the first time on our support.
Wow.
I just want to add one more thing. If the volunteers can't get there, I'm going to challenge them. $19 is going to provide 133 meals. Think about it. 133 meals. If you can't get there and you can afford the $19, please do it. It's 133 meals. That's a lot of people you'll be taking care of.
I actually want to start that challenge. I want to start the challenge this weekend. I was joking with Michael and Lewis about it. Lewis is like, yeah, you can do 19. I go, I don't know. So Lewis threw in one for good luck. So he did 20 with his boys outside, right? And he's going to send the money in. If you can afford it, and then you tag 19 friends.
But I told you, I did it yesterday.
I know, Freddie was teasing. He's doing it off camera. So he's at 100, 120.
120, yeah.
But you know what? You tag 19 friends, and for the majority, everyone is healthy and can do this. And if you can't, it's okay. Just the attempt, and to bring awareness to an incredible organization and to our state representatives, for everyone that is coming forward to help our community. And this is that feel-good humanitarian story that needs to be out there.
This is the way you start your Friday. I mean, you guys are like a shot in the arm today, and we need it. I mean, we need to hear, we need to know that you can put your finger out there and there's somebody who's doing something. But this is huge. And it's funny because my son Gio's writing in, and you know Gio never writes in, and he's really, Dad, I told you so. There you have it. I told you so. Because he told me about
you guys, thank you so much. We're going to put this out. I want to re-air this tomorrow on WNN. So you'll be on 95.3, 96.9, 103.9 FM, 1470 AM, and the iHeartRadio app. So all this information will get out at 5 o'clock tomorrow night. We will re-air today's show.
Awesome.
That's
Thank
great.
you guys so much. Thank you, Sari.
Thank you so much, Michael and
Thank you,
Sari.
Representative. At some point, we'll meet in person.
We have plans. We have a big bay out here, big back in the back and things. Maybe someday we'll even be able to do a distribution out here. We got a big parking lot, lots of stuff. I didn't know.
Take our crew out there.
I got to tell you, I did not know how deep and how vast this thing is. And having this gentleman with you today just makes it that much better. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for what you're doing.
Have a great weekend, you guys. Stay safe, and we will stay in touch.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Good. You know what? Ring the bells, baby. I got to tell you, I am floored. I've been doing this a long time, and today I got to say I am floored.
You know, just when we have a day like we had yesterday to the wee hours of the morning and more and more things coming forward, it's nice. We say every day is new, to start a Friday, to start today with really some great news and hope and opportunity and incredible people in our community, politicians helping our community, those that need it. And that is the message that needs to get out there. That's right.
For one day, just one day of the week, put your politics to the side, put your anger to the side. We know you're hurting. We are all hurting, but we are all in this together. And here you have a shot in the arm to start your weekend right. And there is help out there. And if you can't get to those lines, now you got the state rep.
We're going to put everything out.
You got state rep's
his cell phone
number. I'm going to tell you, if he's putting a cell, he better have a burner phone, because a lot of people are going to call. But I'm going specifically to the seniors if you need help. You don't even have, all you got to do is call the number, give them your name, and they'll take the stuff to you. They take the food to you. So let's get on that. It's important.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, let's wrap up our 9 a.m. show. You can give us a call at 888-994-4995. You know what? They say stay thirsty. Let's feed America, my friends. And we'll be right back.
The benefits of CBD are well known, but not all CBD is equal. At your CBD store, our award-winning products are made from organic industrial hemp. Your CBD store products are third-party tested for purity, and we offer a wide variety of products to meet your needs and preferences. From water solubles, topical creams and oil drops, to pet products. Visit your CBD store and let our knowledgeable staff guide you. Your CBD store.
The way you live your life says a lot about you. The way you choose to commemorate your lifetime can say even more. It's a single event that speaks volumes. So how do you celebrate a life? Dignity Memorial providers believe that your memorial service should be as unique as you are, reflecting your personality and your passions. It should be a perfectly tailored send-off, a fitting tribute for family and friends, to celebrate the person they love. We're professionals at catering to your every need, right down to the catering. In fact, no detail is too small. So when it comes time for a fitting tribute, we'll see that your final wishes are beautifully fulfilled. It's what Dignity Memorial providers are known for. And why you should rely on us to see that your life is well celebrated. The celebration of a lifetime begins here.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
And we're back at the Brooklyn Cafe Show. And yes, we must wish Rowan a very happy birthday. Actually, today is Chuck's birthday also.
Is it?
Yep.
On the same day they were born? But Chuck is a lot older than
Chuck's
Rowan.
a lot older than Rowan.
Yes. Happy birthday, happy birthday. You know, you're supposed to sing the birthday song every time somebody has a birthday. But we're not allowed to do that.
It's copyrighted.
It is.
Although, the way I sing, I don't think anyone even recognizes the same song.
I know. Happy birthday. And listen, this is not only the 9 o'clock show, this is also the 5 o'clock show. You got to stop timing it. Because people tune in on Friday nights, Saturday nights.
So I was thinking maybe we put our after hours intro on it.
Oh, we can do that.
There you have it.
You're getting all production.
I'm getting all production. I've got a lot of ideas I was thinking about today, so a lot more ideas, but I'm really excited about the segment. I really want to go into this weekend. I want to do this challenge. Will you do it? Teddy's here. She can film it.
I'll do it right now.
She can film the 19.
I don't want to film. Why do I got to film me doing 7 push-ups?
Because then you challenge somebody else to do it. $19, 133 meals.
First of all, the problem I'm having is that I got to challenge. I know Freddie will do it, but he may not have the $19.
He doesn't have to.
He just needs to do the challenge?
And pay it forward. You know what? There's no accountability. No one's saying, where's your $19? It's the message, right?
I'm going to have Freddie, Sarah, and Gio. I'm going to challenge them. Here on the air, I'm going to challenge the 3 of them to do the 19 push-ups.
And if we can tag the 19 people in your post and challenge them to do it.
So you got to do it? But I got a bad elbow, Dawn.
I'm wondering if girly push-ups count. That's my
other
No.
Because then I could do them. But I got a bad elbow.
So don't do them.
No, I want to do it. But I can already feel the tension in my elbow.
Do the girly push-ups.
I don't do no girly push-ups.
We'll call them the Freddie push-ups.
Get out of here. First of all, who even invented the girly push-up?
Someone who couldn't do a regular push-up. So why are they called girly push-ups? That, to me, is just so uncool, right? It should just be called the Freddie push-ups.
I mean the Freddie push-ups. You're the one that can't do them. It's the Donnie push-ups.
I know, but I think I really want to do this and push this forward.
Put that red banner up there.
It is beautiful outside. It's going to be a beautiful weekend in South Florida. And you know what?
Keep it up there.
I love what they're doing, not only for those that the people who have needed food assistance. 40% of the people going out right now, this is the first time they've needed food assistance. Think about what that does to your psyche. What it does in general. But if you've never had to ask for food assistance before and you're waiting online, kudos to all of you that are doing it, because that means you are getting out of your comfort zone and saying, I need food for my family. So right there, congratulations for getting out of your comfort zone.
That's right.
The fact that the resources are there is tremendous. And if you can't get there, they will send them to your house.
That's right.
$500,000 a day, Freddie.
I know. It's a lot. Well, I'm going to tell you, they are impacting a lot of people. FeedingSouthFlorida.org. And I want to thank also the Beasley Radio Network for airing this out as well. From my understanding is if you call the radio station, ask for Jody, and they have some programs out there for things like this. So I'm going to talk to Jody to see if they can pump it out so you can hear it on the radio. Do you know that during catastrophes, radio is the #1 listened to specimen? Now, everybody's going to tell you they don't listen to the radio. That's not true. They lie because it's not true. Everybody does because you have to be moving around, and radio is the way you get the news the fastest, even faster than television because you got to prep TV.
I have an idea.
I've been waiting.
You know who I'm going to tag?
Who are you going to tag?
I'm going to tag our Fem City partners also.
We got to tag everybody.
Because there's a lot of great people that'll put this out there, but Michelle Olsen Rogers, She's one of the best mommy bloggers to get this information out there. So I'm going to tag Michelle and Patty and Genji and so many of our spectacular friends to do this.
And our new friend Anthony, the biker man, biker dude.
Absolutely.
Biker dude in Tampa who's going to, on Wednesday, attempt to feed an entire hospital on this situation. And I want to get in touch with some of our new friends. I'm going to call Michael a friend because I got a cell number.
I got to tell you, I was so impressed. In a million years did I ever think he's not even our state representative, but he's Plantation, District 98.
I'm going to move.
Would answer, because when I saw him tagged, Freddie, when I saw him tagged, I didn't know he was the state representative. I just looked his name up on Facebook, and he answered me. Not only did he answer me, he gave me his cell phone.
He came on.
And said, you need to talk to Jody. And Jody is the PR person for Feeding South Florida. And she connected me with Sari, who connected me with Mallory, who connected me just like that.
But you got it done in like 24 hours. I was impressed.
But I got to tell you, this is what our community is all about. This makes you proud to be where we are right now.
Well, it gives you a boost that, there is help out there. And we know it's a dire strait. We know it's tough. We know it's hard. Our seniors are suffering. A lot of people are suffering. We get it. I mean, since 4 o'clock in the morning, they've been lining up. And this is not only here. This is all over. Every day.
Every day.
There are, and we need more food. They're going to need more money. They picked up 2 new trailers and everything else, forklifts, because, it's like the military. They're going out to a situation and doing what they're doing and getting it done. And I have to applaud Anthony because he's feeding first responders. Everybody's trying to keep the wheels turning. And it's not easy. It's a big undertaking. This is not simple to do, ladies and gentlemen. Not for them, not for us, and not for those people waiting since 4 o'clock this morning.
I have to tell you, when we have a tough day like we had yesterday, and yesterday was a tough day, and you think about why do you stay in business? How do you do what you do? How do you keep going when you have days like we had? And the 3 of us, it wasn't even just me, it was the 3 of us sat here
Everybody's hair was out of place
yesterday.
Yes, I saw that.
And we each took a separate room because, as Jen said, she needs to rearrange her shoes. I went and put on lipstick. I didn't know what to rearrange.
Teddy left her makeup back.
To do what we had to do. But when you have a show like today and you have a community come together, this is what keeps me going. This is the day that you say, you know what? Days like yesterday, that's why every day starts a new day. No pun intended, the dawning of a new day. This is a new day of hope, and this is what will keep me going for the weekend.
And it's funny, when I used to play, having to be on those lines, handing those boxes to those people, and hearing the stories that are coming with it. I mean, come on now. It isn't easy.
You just gave me another idea who to tag. I got so many people.
But it isn't easy, and they hear, and they're doing the best they can, as fast as they can, and we're going to get it back. Everybody just got to roll up your sleeves. And yes, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt a whole lot. But you got to keep going. You can't say, I give up. Giving up is not a choice. What do you think?
I think 100%. I think feedingsouthflorida.org. Go to their website, make a donation, participate in the challenge for fun. $1, 7 meals, $19, 133 meals.
It's an amazing deal.
There are 45 plus distribution centers just in our 3 counties alone. 17 in Palm Beach County, 17 in Miami-Dade, and I believe 11 in Broward County. There are many, many locations. If you are homebound and you cannot, you can go to feedingsouthflorida.org/COVID-19. They ask a few questions, and an Amazon box will be delivered to your home within 2 to 3 days. So food will get you even if you're homebound. So reach out to them. $19. Oh my gosh, what a great show.
FeedingSouthFlorida.org. And what is the representative's phone number?
Michael Gottlieb, District 98 from the Florida House of Representatives, 954-682-0999. Thank you again to Sari and Michael for joining us. Feeding South Florida, and we will see you. Teddy's got Teddy Unscripted today at 10:30. She's got an amazing show. Russ Johnson is going to be on talking about aliens.
It's going to be cool.
11 o'clock, we've got In the Buzz with V. We've got Fuego at 11:30, and then we've got some new shows we are launching today at 12. So stay tuned, and a virtual wine tasting. Have a great morning, everyone. We'll see you in a few minutes.
Don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring more good cheer next time. You can follow The Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at The Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. Well, see you next time.